Okay, possibly I lied. But I really don't get how this guy has any freaking chance against Kaiser there. Also, an impressive show of incompetence. I'm just gonna go ahead and miss several shots and get cut in the face. Yeah, if I recall correctly, this guy can't really burn. Oh, no, he burns just fine. Okay. Not sure what I'm thinking of. Especially with his tendency to hang around or about mid-range, his tendency to fly around a lot, I think this guy would be absolutely torn apart. I think I actually tried that at some point. Like, during one of the times I actually bothered to go and get all the features for OPI. I think I did actually try to beat Royal Mist as BB, but it went pretty poorly. Like, you can overheat him with a grenade launcher, you can get him pretty good, but the other stuff does nothing. It's just all plinky against him. Okay, so this guy was, basically when I was doing it the first time, arguably the most difficult fight, like even with Exile considered. So he always goes there, always flies up in one of the two directions, and then usually he comes down with a chain gun. Extensions are useless, then those. So I'm just gonna circle around and go for the blade here. 14 of those left. The only strategy I was able to find the first couple times at this was just to strafe run him out of his grenade launcher first of all. Because his Gatling gun, you can just, like, if you go full boost, you can usually just avoid it. Like so. So you can just run him out of ammo with that. His rifle's plinky, so he's pretty accurate with it, but it's not too bad. And then if you can run him out of the grenade launcher, then he gets rid of his overheating potential. So he basically just has his blade at that point. So if he only has his rifle, he simply doesn't have enough ammunition to actually kill you without using his blade, as long as you avoid the machine gun. He does hop around a lot, so that makes this whole up and down thing a little bit weird. And messed up the timing there. Sure, I don't know what to hit. There we go, finally. Yes, I don't know who I'm thinking of that was completely immune to the fire rockets. I might be thinking of the top guys in Saddle Line or something. I could have sworn these guys were all very, very resistant to it, at the very least. And I'm pretty sure I've been playing on hard, so... Yeah, thankfully, unlike Kaiser, this guy has relatively terrible defense by comparison. Ah, hell. So rockets will still get him for a hefty amount. Alright. Better luck next time. Mainly throw away the mid-rockets right away. Yeah, best run I've had of this guy, when I was using the heavy rocket build, the original, like, super tanky one that I did. Got 3 large rockets on him, like, right here, right there. I'm not even gonna try that shot. And then again when he was coming down at an arc. Freaking beautiful. But I didn't have such luck this time. That I do like about that Gatling gun. And frankly about all of them. That they track so terribly that they can't actually compensate for the arc if you're going fast enough. And I know it looks sometimes like I'm firing kind of wildly here. I'm just kind of trying to assume for what direction they're going to arc off in. And like that. There we go. On a note completely unrelated to the situation at hand, those laser extensions, like, I'm pretty sure the shell ones would actually suit me better in most cases. I just kind of like I just find them aesthetically pleasing, to be totally honest. Like, I know they're a major liability, but I don't know, I just like them. Which is weird, because usually I don't use lasers whatsoever. Always felt like, you know, a bullet's a bullet. You know, it's not going to do anything, but, you know, what do you do if your friggin' laser gun needs an update or runs out of batteries or whatever? And I know it never comes up in the universe, but it always seems like, you know, it's an electrical thing, it should have electrical problems. I'm surprised that wasn't a element in XCOM Long War, now that I think about it. Could have been a real dastardly thing, though. Sorry, your gun needs an update. Kind of malicious. I don't know. Missing bug, I don't know. I can't make jokes today. Not that they're usually much good anyway. This guy, because of his erraticness, it's a little bit hard to ever, like, really have a solid fight whenever doing rockets. Like, I've had times where he literally went down to 2 AP, I had like 5,000 left, and still got screwed. We just got a really good combo in. And if you have a regular gun, he's surprisingly cheap. Or cheap. He's surprisingly easy. I'm really mixing up easy and cheap now. And you bastard. Yeah, I think what I'm thinking of on them being immune to heat or whatever is I think it just doesn't affect their energy enough to be considered anything worthwhile. Maybe what I'm thinking of. Like right now I'm basically trying to hit him with napalm so that I can cripple him down a little bit. He does seem to fly a little bit lower. He's going for the killer. Nope, he's already dead. Alright, that works out. So there we go. Only took a couple tries that time. I'm not sure why the entirety of this run is so much easier than I remember it being. Probably from stuff learned the first time around. Alright. So, that seems a good time to save. And then do Magna next part. Yeah, sounds like a plan. Okay, so now for the Magna part. And actually, I never realized just how many, well, that you could actually transfer over your PSP saves. Like, I cannot actually believe that. So yeah, this was the original attempt. Might as well show that off real quick. So is this guy. Although at the time this was the manual fire only run, so he actually ended up switching over to rockets in the next one. Because howitzers are really not great. They're just fun to use. Kind of like the look of like a bunch of little blue eyes all over the place here. Anywho, back to the things. I like to add this guy because he hops around, sometimes don't miss. This guy just kind of charges ahead and gets himself killed usually. The shotgun and blade MTs are really kind of dicks.
Combat system
especially in that Rehito mission.
I've got a weak contact.
Well, you should get glasses then.
It's empty.
Okay.
Raven, it's an ambush.
So now, pretty weak ambush happens. I did that. Just go ahead and aim for her, just total accident. Don't worry, accidentally hitting you, nothing to worry about. It's usually better to wait until you can actually get her kind of stuck back here. I'm probably taking damage I don't need to. That should hopefully be fine. Just want to get her down to a few hundred. That way she can continue taking out the MTs, but she can also wind up dead. I don't remember why I like these mid-rockets. They're not very good, are they? Actually, I'll just finish her off.
I knew they wouldn't be enough.
Nope. It's
Rebels
missile
like
spam
yourself
guy.
allow-
On a weird note, I'm not actually sure of anything rebellious we've done by this point. I mean, there wasn't really any rebellion, there was just people that offered us cash to do stuff. Yeah, so this is a lucky break. He just got himself stuck in a corner. I'm sorry, Janty, you're dying. Because I need to get this guy. And apparently letting him land. Arguably, I could have aimed up slightly. But that's boring. Wow, that never goes that well. Also, I'm not sure if the mouse was showing up, but I just noticed I had it sitting on the screen this whole time. Yeah, usually he spams his torpedoes all over the place. It's kind of a whole pain to deal with. Alright, I'll take it. Oh yeah, I remember, yeah, I think I got as far as him before. Because I do remember him because of his weird name. And it was weird because I was watching back the videos and thought, wow, I'm pronouncing that in an annoying way. Alright, so Rehito, this is, I think, the most difficult one of the missions. I might be wrong on that, but just personally, I don't know, I find it to be the one that I tend to have run into trouble into the most, especially the one that was the base build run, just because that guy didn't have enough damage output. So extension's not going to be useful here. I think it was damage efficiency per weight, that's what I liked about these rockets. I'm probably gonna go and just take out everything along the way here. The problem that you run into on this mission, on the way back, typically after you fight Nocturne, he usually gets a lot of good hits in. These guys are fine, they don't really do anything. These guys are the ones that really weather you down. Or wither. Whatever. On the way back. If you get the jump just right, you can avoid the lasers altogether. You'll usually still take it a hit or two, though. It's kind of tricky. I'm pretty sure the shoulder blades don't help. Could just leave these guys be. Actually, I'm taking more damage by actually fighting them. But oh well. These guys you pretty much have to deal with, because you have to fight Nocturne here later. And they do stick around, unfortunately. And this right here is why these guys are my least favorite MTs in this whole friggin' thing. Right there. That. They always... I've had so many runs get screwed over because I just opened the door and got slashed in the face by these guys. And sometimes it does nothing, sometimes it does like 800. So 1 second, I just gotta sneeze. Sneezing done. Man, this would be so much harder to do if this was on a laptop. The only reason I'm blowing those guys up on the way back, I'm gonna possibly skip this guy if I can. No. boost.
Code key obtained.
So the reason I'm just walking here, might want to find those guys. I found that with their whole blade tracking thing, you can at least boost to the side if they've got a good beat on you. But from the air, they are pretty consistent about hitting you.
Entering code key. Entering code key.
That doesn't matter.
Target data acquired. Clear out.
Done with those. Just need napalm and hand rockets for this guy.
Ravens, just do what comes natural. Don't think.
Like this guy's logic here. Although he is a major pain to fight. So he rarely, if ever, actually uses his blade gear, unlike in the arena. So that part's not much of a worry. If you manage to stay at a distance, then you can't do too much, but it's just the constant weathering from the shotgun. And he's pretty sturdy and erratic as hell. This is not going great. And to top things off, he blends into the background. Usually backstrafing and kind of trying to snapshot him around these curves is a good way to go about it. He's brutal. Constant weathering stuff, because there's so much stuff in the way, you're gonna get hit by something. This right here is why on most runs I would go and wipe everything out along the way, just in these situations. So hopefully I can burn them out now. So I hit him a bunch of times and he's not even sparking. So I think what I'm gonna do for this one only, I think I'm gonna swap over to the heavy rockets. Does not even make sense. Now the mids did okay. Let compare their numbers real quick. Yeah. I think that might be the way to go here. So 568. Actually, wait, what am I looking at here? So 45 at 1520. Yeah, no, mints are fine. And the puppy appears to have found the cat, or vice versa. So this time around, I'm just gonna try ignoring all these guys. See if I can just snipe them on the way back. Probably except for this hallway. And those guys may be like tiny and pathetic and all that, but when there's 4 or 5 of them in a hallway and they're shooting at you the whole time, it gets surprisingly terrible. Actually, disappointing several runs where just didn't get in that stupid hallway. Or just end up at low AP at the end of the fight, and then suddenly, yep. Well, so we're gonna plink away with our 5s here for like 20 minutes. Get out of the way. And it's basically a battle of attrition with the boss fight in the middle. Usually I only try to fight those guys if they're right in the doorway and I can get a good few hits off. Like I failed to do last time. Like with these two coming up on you in the hallway, they can just chain blade you over and over. Even with all that evasion stuff, I'm only 700 in the positive here. But I did save a lot of rockets, so I'll do it.
Target data acquired. Clear out.
I'm getting a drink of water. Didn't quite hit the buttons fast enough. Sometimes you can get a first free rocket off on them. Come on now. Stop playing terrible. He's best when he's on his rockets. He's got a fair number of them. I think in total he's got 120. So 34 shots of the shotgun, although I've counted it before and he appears to have more. So I don't know what that's all about. Like, I think I counted 62 for some reason. Like, I've consistently tried to count how many shots he has, and there always seems to be more. Plus, for a guy that doesn't seemingly want to even be here, it's kind of surprising that he sticks around to the end of the fight. Like, you'd think he would just kind of get low in AP and bail. He's doing a bit better. Hop timing there. Didn't get him. Crap. Alright, I'm just gonna cut it till I get back to that part. Alright, back here again. So I went about as well as last time. Just avoided everyone again.
Just do what don't think about it.
Now that I listen to it, this guy sounds a little bit drunk. Maybe that's what really happened. He just kind of wandered in here. I just sent him an email. Hey, as long as you're kind of over at our weird lab thing, mind taking care of this guy? He's trespassing. There we go. Yeah, on his way down, it's the easiest time to hit him with an napalm. Yeah, he sometimes gets stuck on top of these little cylinder things. being so erratic, you bastard. There we go. I think one more should do it. Oh, come on. You're already sparking. Use that already. That really looked like it hit him. There. Good frickin' bye. This is a decent amount. Just gonna play it safe now. Okay, left one guy, I think, yeah. Or two. Thankfully he left the door open for me, though. And then I just have the two in that room. Unlikely they'll take off all the AP, so that should be a win right there. Whether it's actually the most difficult, or whether I just have difficulty with it, or the fact that I'm trying, you know, to use a relatively lightweight AC in a close quarters environment. Who knows? It's one of those things, but it's most likely that last one. I was actually thinking I should go back with the tank build. Would have made that a lot better. This one's not bad. It's again a bit of an RNG one, but it's certainly not bad with this setup. Definitely want the large rockets though, because they can hit through the wall you have to beat. And save it. And probably cut it off so that stuff can happen next time. Okay. Got another one here. So this is the one with the big hallway and laser walls and the dude at the very end. Admittedly, that was dumb. Oh yeah, off to a great start.
Receiving mission update. Enemy forces have already reached the reactor's core. There's no time to waste.
Oh, so, by the time you get around here, I pretty much safe to start sniping this thing. Just need to hit the blue part with a large rocket, and you immediately teleport to the end. So this is on, I believe it's on a timer, and is also affected by how much this guy damages the core. So if any shots hit it, bad things happen. So who knows, I might just pull this incompetent mess. Oh yeah, there we go. Utterly incompetently done, but nailed it. I think I'm actually going to hang on to the large rockets now. I forgot how much faster they shoot. Should be... yep. So, Ofanim is next. Which I forget exactly which deity it is, or... No, it's some kind of, like, angelic thing or something, if I recall. Still a cool name. So I'm actually gonna get Kaiser in on this one. Just because I want to have a minute to go get the fleets.
That's the target.
Combat system engaged.
Those two won't really do me much good. With the missile extensions, they're just gonna drain away my energy, and that's it. There's way the hell too many. Come on, pick it up. You know you want to. It's right there. Come on. Seriously, like, there we go. I'm not sure why I was being so fiddly. Could have sworn the large ones had infinite range. Yes. I don't know, you tell me. So he's relatively easy with rockets. It was way harder on my tank build because missiles. He has a very close range grenade launcher thing. He hasn't started using any of the... no. I was gonna say he hasn't started using any of the big missiles. Thought he was going to for a second. But staying at about this range, you just only have to worry about the missile pods.
Return to base.
Okay. Speaking very robotically.
Combat system disengaged.
But that kind of stuff is why I wanted a little faster build this time around. Okay. So we got the fleets. Then mail happened, and there's new parts, and that's the last mission. So there's the last mission, and then there's completing off the arena. So typically what I consider a complete run on this is just doing one run through of the game. And then after that, beating the arena at some point and beating the extra arena, and that's for both 3 and Silent Line. So I think I've done like 20, 30 different challenge runs, some of them just as different ACs in the arena for the hell of it. Like the Yellow Boat challenge seemed like an interesting one to do. Crossback was a lot more interesting than I expected. Just because the whole fact that he has pretty much no damage output or even infinite weapons aside from his EOs and mines. So like the scatter mines and EO are basically all what all the fighting is done with. This becomes this really bizarre setup. I tried a spread shot weapon only run. That was interesting. There was this one that was inspired by the Lobos guy that does Dark Souls runs. That was basically the original one that inspired it was just basically use whatever you see challenge. So the idea was any items that were seen had to be immediately picked up and equipped. So in this case, instead of that, it was just any items that were either found, so like any parts that I came across on the ground, or any arena awards or mission awards. So the idea was you weren't supposed to go and, you weren't supposed to go and pick and choose parts. I just figured if the part was already right there in the same room, I might as well consider it having seen it, because you don't really explore much in this, so you can't accidentally run into parts that often. So, for example, I saved doing the arena until I got the handgun from that... they have one of the handguns they brought back for the portable ones. That was from... I want to say it was from AC1? No, it was from AC2, actually. And there's the one, it's basically just at the bottom of the friggin' Terminator room. And the one where you have to get rid of, for some reason, a bunch of bombs that they stuck in the smelting factory or whatever. So that one, was pretty ideal for the arena there. And then unfortunately beating it caused me to have to do a bunch of stuff with a grenade launcher, and I don't really like grenade launchers much. I think if I recall correctly, the main problem of the run was beating Exile. Just because, you know, grenade launcher. At that point though, because I got a little bit tired of it, halfway through I did decide that if a new part becomes available, like a unique shop part for example, like where you get the laser rifle, partway through this game, like technically if there's a lot of difficulty that would be allowed, you know, to just go and buy the part that you just unlocked but didn't quite get. I actually started doing that over on Silent Line though, mostly because most of the parts you don't actually get, you have to go and buy all of them. So that was a bit annoying. So I didn't really feel like being stuck with only a grenade launcher and I think a howitzer for the entirety of that run. So decided if the shop parts become available, they can be bought. I don't mean like shop parts in general, I just mean like you get a unique part that it says you have to go buy. Also, yeah, lots of challenge in these little extra arena fights, isn't there? Actually, this guy kneeling in front of me here was another one of the challenges I wanted to do, but the problem was when those parts were unlocked. So, it's got kind of a cool one. So he has the Mars thing, so I would temporarily use something else in its place. I think he's using... No, he's not using the Mars. He's using the... Yeah, he's using the mid-blade, so maybe not. So yeah. So it's kind of a flat-out retarded setup, but you got the howitzer, got the blade, because of reasons. Torpedoes, got these little energy pod missile thingies, little hover extensions, and then EOs. And, I don't know, this broken weirdo is another one of the ones that looked really interesting. So if I have time to continue doing these, I'm probably going to do that one next. I love these hand rockets. Just tear stuff apart, it's great. I'm not entirely sure why I singled out that guy. It seemed more fun to do the more aggressive approach for that guy. I've done a run as this guy before, and it was just boring. It was really dull. So I'm not going to be doing that again. Because it's just blade rifle, rockets, and a lot of evasion. So he's not fast, he's not durable. Doesn't really have any good weapons going for him. He doesn't even have double rockets on the back, so you can't really spam him. Oh wait, no, he's not even the one with the rockets I'm banging up, he's the one with the missile, so no. Very basic, very boring one. I think the main reason I tried that challenge run is because I always thought, you know, it'd be kind of cool to see this guy win. By the sounds of it, he's really trying, but yeah, good luck with that. It was possible, but not very fun. This guy's setup, fun, not exactly challenging. So wasn't going to do a challenge as him. Just doing the basic setup challenge was pretty fun, because we just used him for every single team mission. Because he actually sticks to his basic setup until close to the end of the game. I think relatively close to when he appears in the arena. Actually, one of the times, no, he actually appears in a mission with his basic setup, and you can, if you get everybody killed off correctly, you can actually have him show up in the arena with this, and then he goes on a mission and he still has his starter AC. It's all weird looking. Like, all good, you know, good that you decided to downgrade specifically for first outing here, buddy. And then tried to use him for all the arena battles for that one, just because he was the closest thing to the starter AC. He's alright. He's basically your discount slayer for this one, that never really does anything. So I don't expect anything to go wrong in this last one, but figure I might as well save anyway. Alright, and now time for the last one.